Hello everyone, it's Annie and I'm here today with my TBR for my favorite month of the year, June, which is Pride Month and also my birthday month. So I have a ton of books, way too many books that I am hoping to be able to read. I have around 20, which I know is ridiculous. So I've tried to cut it down for this video, and I'm going to start with the arcs that I have, which I absolutely need to read. So first, I have I Kissed Shara Wheeler. I have an advanced listening copy of this from Libro FM. This is by Casey McQuiston, of course, and I am extremely excited to read this. This is their YA debut. And this is actually kind of a mystery story, a mystery romance contemporary. It involves this girl named Shara Wheeler who kisses a bunch of people and then mysteriously disappears, and then all the people that she kissed need to get together and follow the clues and notes that she left for them in order to find her. So that's all I know about it. I also know that the cover is gorgeous and the spine art as well is really gorgeous. So if I like it, I want to buy a copy of it because it's so pretty. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. And then I have Epically Earnest from NetGalley by Molly Horan. And I am really excited about this. First of all, the cover is so cute. This is a YA contemporary and it follows a girl named Jane, whose claim to fame, according to the blurb, is that she was the viral sensation called Bag Baby, hashtag Bag Baby. She was found abandoned in a Gucci bag, and now she is a senior in high school, and she is trying to decide whether she wants to look for her birth family or not. And she has a bunch of people in her life trying to influence her decision. So that is super interesting to me, that adoptee plotline. And I also know that it is based on or a retelling of Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest, hence the title. So yeah, I am very, very excited about this. It's also super short, so that should be a quick read. And then we have a book that I have been very excited about for a while. This is The Final Strife by Sara El Arifi. This is the first book in a fantasy trilogy, like an epic fantasy trilogy that is African and Arabian inspired. So that sounds amazing. It is very, very long, over 500 pages. So I think this is the longest book I will be reading in June, but I really want to get to it. This has kind of a dystopian society setup where there are different colors of blood. There's blue, red, and clear. And red is the blood of the elite. Blue is the blood of the poor, of the workers, and of the resistance. And then clear is the blood of the slaves and of the invisible. So it seems like there are 3 point of views, and each girl has each color of blood. So I'm really excited about this. It is sapphic, of course. All of these books are. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. Or all the arcs I have anyway. We need another long sapphic fantasy like Priory of the Orange Tree. It's not that long, but still, I'm excited. Okay, so I have one last arc, and this book is also the book I will be reading with Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages for her Hot Girl Book Club in June. I'm very, very excited to have been invited to be her co-host this month. Thank you so much, Noelle. I'm super excited for this book. It is When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill, which is the author of the middle grade fantasy, The Girl Who Drank the Moon. And this sounds awesome. It is a historical fantasy about the mass dragoning event in 1955. So this event was obviously fictional, but it is when 300,000 women and girls suddenly sprouted wings and talons and scales and turned into dragons and flew off. Doesn't that sound amazing? This book is also sapphic, and it follows a young girl named Alex Green, who is kind of dealing with the aftermath of this event. So yeah, I don't know much more than that. It is already out, but I have it on NetGalley still. So I'm very excited to read this, and I cannot wait to discuss it with you all at the Hot Girl Book Club discussion. So then for the other book that I will be reading for a book club, it is Notes of a Crocodile by June. Hopefully I pronounced that right. This is our book club pick for Found in Translation for June because it is Pride Month, and this is definitely a LGBT classic. So let me read you, it's a little hard to remember. This is set in the post-martial law era of the late 1980s Taipei. It depicts the coming of age of a group of queer misfits discovering love, friendship, and artistic affinity while hardly studying at Taiwan's most prestigious university. Told through the eyes of an anonymous lesbian narrator nicknamed La Ji, Qiu Miaojin's cult classic novel is a postmodern pastiche of diaries, vignettes, mash notes, aphorisms, exegesis, and satire by an incisive prose stylist and countercultural icon. Yes, I am extremely excited to be reading this translated LGBT classic for our book club, and I hope that you will all join us. The Discord will be linked down below, and this live show will be on my channel. Probably, it should be the first Tuesday of July, so I hope you all read it with us. Okay, and then for the Buzzwordathon pick for this month, this is All. So I am going to read I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver because it is Pride Month and Mason Deaver is a non-binary author, and I believe the main character is non-binary as well. I don't know much about this. I know it is a YA contemporary. I do know that it is quite hard-hitting. There is like a lot of transphobia, and the non-binary MC is kind of kicked out of his house after coming out, and that will be very upsetting. But I also know that it is a romance, so I'm hoping it has a happy ending. Yeah, this has been on my TBR since it came out, and I'm finally going to be able to read it, so that's exciting. So I am also trying to do some of the prompts, not all of them, for the Queer Readathon, I think it's called, which is happening the second week of June only. I do wish it was the whole month, but it's okay. So there are a lot of prompts here, and I am not going to be able to do them all. I don't even have books for all of them that would fit all of the prompts anyway, so I'm not going to stress about it. I'm only going to do the ones that I can do easily. So first we have an Indigenous LGBT story. So I'm going to read The Boy from the Mish, or its US title is Ready When You Are, which I don't see the point of changing the title, but whatever. This is by Gary Lonesborough, and this book is described as a funny and heartwarming queer Indigenous YA novel set in a rural Australian community about 17-year-old Jackson finding the courage to explore who he is, even if it scares him. So I believe the gist of this story is that the main character, Jackson, does not want to come out or even accept that he is gay, and then he meets the other boy on the cover and that kind of blossoms into a romance, and he tries to figure out who he is from there. I have been wanting to read this for a long time. I am so excited to read it for this prompt. I think it's going to be really good. And then there is a queer retelling prompt, so I am most likely going to read Cinderella is Dead, which I have been wanting to read since it came out. It has gotten some mixed reviews, but I have always wanted to read it, and it's still in my TBR, so I'm going to read this. I don't know anything about it except that Cinderella is supposedly dead, and it is a Cinderella retelling. I think there's some kind of like competition where they have to kill each other or something in there. I don't know. But we will see, and it's obviously sapphic. And then for the prompt Sports Gaze, we have The Passing Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimons, which has gotten such great reviews. I'm so excited to read this. This is about 15-year-old Spencer Harris, who is a proud nerd, awesome big brother soccer player, and also transgender. And he came out in high school and he was bullied a lot, so he moved to a different high school, and there he's passing. No one knows that he is transgender. So he joins the soccer team, he has a crush on a guy, and things are going well, but then a discriminatory law is passed and his soccer coach is forced to bench him because of the F on his birth certificate, which is really upsetting. It is a YA coming of age story, but also deals with issues like transphobia. So I am just really excited to read this. It is pretty short, actually shorter than I expected, but it is YA, so that's fine. And it has such great reviews, so I'm really, really excited for this one. And then for the nonfiction prompt, I am going to read the memoir Life as a Unicorn by Amru al-Kadi. And this is a memoir from a God-fearing Muslim boy enraptured with their mother to a vocal queer drag queen estranged from their family. This is a heartbreaking and hilarious memoir about the author's fight to be true to themselves. So very, very excited about this. It is also quite short. I love this cover of it, and yeah, that's really pretty much it. Okay, so the next prompt is to read a book with an ace or arrow representation in the main character, so I'm going to finally read Loveless by Alice Oseman. Finally. I am so excited about this. It follows Georgia, who has never been in love, never kissed anyone, but as a fanfic-obsessed romantic, she's sure she'll find her person one day. As she starts university, Georgia makes a plan to find love, but when her actions wreak havoc among her friends, she questions why romance seems so easy for other people, yet not for her. With new terms thrown at her, asexual and aromantic, Georgia is more uncertain about her feelings than ever. Is she destined to remain loveless, or has she been looking for the wrong thing all along? Yeah, this is also going to be my first Alice Oseman book, so if I like it, I am thinking about starting Heartstopper. I know that that's been very popular lately with the new Netflix series out. I have not watched it, I have not read the graphic novels, so if I like this book, we'll see where that goes. And then the next prompt, very straightforward, to read a romance. So I'm going to read Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. Yay, I got this from Book of the Month. This is a non-binary romance centering around a cooking competition, like for a TV show. And one of the main characters is a recently divorced woman who is taking part in this cooking competition to kind of get back on her feet. And then she meets her non-binary love interest, who I believe is named London. Yes. And they're both competitors in this competition. And I believe it's like a rom-com, so that'll be good. Some lighthearted stuff in this readathon. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this. And then for the graphic novel prompt, I'm hoping to read The Girl from the Sea by Molly Knox Ostertag. This looks so cute. I actually thought it was middle grade, but it seems like it's young adult. And this follows 15-year-old Morgan, who has a secret. She wants to escape from the island where she lives. She has family troubles and her friends don't understand her because she is closeted. But one day she is saved from drowning by a mysterious girl named Kelty. The two become friends, and suddenly the life on the island doesn't seem so stifling anymore. But Kelty has a secret too. I somehow in my mind, I don't know where I got this information, but I believe this is like a Selkie story, but it may not be. I don't know. I might be totally wrong. It might be like a mermaid story or something totally different that I don't even know about. So I'm excited to read this. This will definitely be showing up in one of my sapphic reading vlogs for the month. Okay, and now we have 3 books that I either pre-ordered or I'm going to buddy read with someone. So these are not for the readathon, they're all LGBT, so they fit for the month. So first we have Under Fortunate Stars by Ren Hutchings. This is the ARC I have, but I did pre-order the hardcover copy. It comes out June 7th in the US, and it's already out in the UK edition and ebook and audiobook. You can see my interview where I interview the author up here. So yeah, I'm so excited to read this sci-fi. It is described as The Expanse crashing into Star Trek. It also has vibes of Firefly. So the basic gist of this book is that there are two timelines, one 152 years in the future from the other, and that ship is like run by a historian who's obsessed with the past and this legend about a ship who basically ended a long war and brokered peace for everyone. And then the ship from the past is that ship, but maybe the legend makes them out to be something that they weren't really. So yeah, I am very excited to read this. I do love that it has a historian MC in sci-fi. That's kind of definitely unique. It just sounds so fun. So I'm really excited about it. And then we have Flip the Script, which I also pre-ordered, which is coming out May 31st. And this is by Lila Lee. I have not read her other book, I'll Be the One. This one is sapphic, and it is about a girl who is a lead in a K-drama. She's like the love interest, and it's a straight K-drama, but then her second lead comes in, the girl who is kind of like her on-screen rival, and she might be falling in love with her. Yay! I love the tagline of this novel, which is the first rule of K-dramas is to never fall in love with the second lead, because something bad always happens to them. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. I've been getting more into K-dramas lately, watching them with my friends and stuff, so this is like perfect timing for me. And then the last book on this TBR is Bluebird by Ciel Pierre-Lot, depending, and I'm going to read this with Jessie from Bowties and Books. I am so excited to be buddy reading with them. Very, very excited for this. This is about lesbian gunslinger fights spies in space. Yes, please. This is a sci-fi novel where three factions vie for control of the galaxy. Rig, a gunslinging, thieving rebel with a cause, I love that line, doesn't give a damn about them, and she hasn't looked back since abandoning her faction 3 years ago. That is, until her former faction sends her a message, return what she stole from them or they'll kill her twin sister. Rig embarks on a journey across the galaxy to save her sister, but for once she's not alone. She has help from her network of resistance contacts, her taser-wielding librarian girlfriend, and a mysterious bounty hunter. Doesn't that sound so good? It honestly sounds like everything I love, like lesbian gunslingers in space, taser-wielding librarian girlfriends, twin sister, long-lost sister story. Yes, please. Okay. I am really, really excited to be reading this, and of course, very exciting to be doing a buddy read with Jessie. So thank you so much for watching this vlog. I am so excited for another Pride Month this year. So let me know down below what you're going to be reading for June. I'm very excited to hear about your recommendations. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more bookish videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!